Eric Hammer here, registered physiotherapist. Today I'd like to talk to you a little bit about some of the most important rotator cuff muscles to strengthen in order to prevent irritation of the shoulder joint. But before I continue, please hit that subscribe button below so you'll be notified about any new videos that come up on my channel. So essentially, the rotator cuff muscles, their main job, right, is to stabilize the head of the humerus in the glenoid fossa, essentially. And what they do is they help to prevent irritation of different structures within the shoulder that can get compressed and pinched when the deltoid muscle, which is more of the superficial muscle in through the shoulder, when it contracts. So what the research has shown is that when certain muscles are weak, right, these rotator cuff muscles, when they're weak, they will not counteract, right, the contraction of the deltoid, which is a superior contraction. So basically what ends up happening is the head of the humerus kind of gets jammed up into the socket if certain rotator cuff muscles are weak. And what they found is the main ones, right, that are responsible for this is called your supraspinatus muscle and your infraspinatus muscle. These are two of the most important rotator cuff muscles that essentially prevent this superior movement, so to speak, of the head of the humerus. And the most important exercises that the research has been showing is that weakness in what's referred to as our lateral rotators, which again, those two specific muscles, they contract when we do an external rotation, which is this movement right here. When those muscles are weak, there's the greatest likelihood of sensitivity and irritation within the shoulder. So again, these muscles super important in terms of strength. So I want to go over a couple different exercises that can be done in order to strengthen these muscles with external rotation. The other thing the research is showing is that eccentric contractions tend to be to generate the greatest benefits in terms of strengthening. And so what we really want to be aware of in terms of an eccentric contraction is the fact that you're doing the movement, so it's a slow movement, it's a fast movement into rotation, and it's a slow movement coming back to neutral. So I'm going to go through, again, 4 different ways to do this exercise. So you're going to grab, this is just a resistant tube. You can use a resistant band as well. And essentially you're going to have your arms at your side, right? And again, if we're talking about an eccentric contraction, we're going to go out fast and back nice and slow. So elbows in nice and close here. So I'm out fast, back nice and slow. Out fast, back nice and slow. And then from there, the next step that you can try is to incorporate some flexion. So flexion is basically an overhead movement. So again, as these muscles contract, the hope is that they offload, right, the shoulder joint, so we don't get that superior pushing up. And again, this is going to be super important when we're looking at elevation type of movement. So you're in this position here. I'm doing what's referred to as an isometric contraction this time. So essentially I'm holding, maintaining, I'm contracting that infra and supraspinatus muscle, and now I'm trying to maintain my arms in this parallel position, and I'm lifting the arms as high up as I can go. Right, so I'm here, hold, keep those elbows parallel, and I'm going as high up again as I can. Okay. From that position, from there, what you can do is external rotation at 90 degrees abduction, which is right here. So in this case, right, I'm going to hold with my, I'm going to hold here with my opposite hand, and I'm going back fast, right, and back to that starting position nice and slow. So rotations back fast, back nice and slow. Good. And then the last one is referred to as a PNF pattern. And with this, essentially it's almost like taking a sword out from your opposite pocket. So it's this motion here. And again, as you can see, we've got that end range, external rotation, and the same sort of rhythm in terms of going into that position quickly and then back nice and slow. So an eccentric contraction here. And again, those are 4 options you can do to help strengthen the infraspinatus and supraspinatus rotator cuff muscles, which will then help in terms of counteracting the contraction of your deltoid to prevent a superior or an upward movement of the head of the humerus in through the shoulder joint, in order to prevent potential irritation and sensitivity around the structures of the shoulder. If you have any specific questions or concerns, please feel free to leave a comment below, and have a great day. Thanks again for watching. Take care. Bye.